First thing first, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you guys for all the comments down in the last video. I've been gone for a long time, but I'm finally back. I'm thinking about starting another channel because this channel has been sabotaged. I'm not sure how or what happened, but it has been sabotaged. But when I do start the other channel, I will leave that link down in the description in one of the videos. But if you guys can all go add me on Facebook at Mr. Feed the Fish, then everybody can add me on there, and then we can discuss what fish you guys want, how many you want, prices, and all that type of stuff. So let's get right into this video. We got a lot of stuff going on. All right, guys. So the first thing we need to discuss is how many fish I actually have that are going to be going out the door, which is pretty much everything. I don't want to get rid of any of my discus, not right now. At this moment, I don't. My red terror pair, I don't want to get rid of those guys either. But I do have some babies because a lot of people in the comment section have been asking. So I do have a lot of baby red terrors here that I'm going to get rid of. But I'm not sure if I want to get rid of them just yet because they're not that big. The biggest one in there, I got maybe 2 of them in there that are maybe an inch. They're slow growers, but I'd rather grow them out just a little bit more just to be safe and make sure that when I do ship the fish out, that the fish are big enough to actually ship. Which in some cases, if you guys are closer to me, which I'm in Illinois, so if you guys are closer to me, then that might work, but I'm not sure about them traveling like at a long distance. So just to be on the safe side, you guys give me a few more months to grow those guys out, and then we'll get those guys out the door. They're not as hardy as African cichlids. So down here we got the African cichlids, which some of these guys are about the same size as those red terrors, but they're a lot more hardier than the red terrors are. This tank needs a water change. I need to clean the glass off on there. You guys can see these guys are pooping everywhere. That's just because I feed them a lot. I feed these guys probably 3-4 times a day, a good amount of food. I make sure everybody's stomachs are fat. That's the most important thing over here with me and keeping all these fish, is just making sure that everybody is eating. And if they aren't eating, then I usually take them out. I put them in a separate tank until I can get them eating. Also, I had somebody in the comment section asking me if I have Williamson blue lips, which I do, which is like this guy right here, which is going to be hard to keep up with him on camera because every time I walk over to the fish tank, these guys are ready to eat. But you guys can see how healthy they are. I got about 10 Williamson blue lips in there, so look at that guy right there. About 3 inches right there. Fryer eye. I got some hong guys in there. I got some fryer eye. I got that one red zebra in there. Then I got a few Malawi cichlids, which are like a peacock cichlid. Not sure exactly where they are right now. Oh, like right here. So that's like it's going to be like yellow with a blue face. I got like 2 of those guys in there. But yeah, guys, I'll have to give you guys the details. So you guys make sure you guys add me on Facebook, Mr. Feed the Fish. So that way we can talk more, discuss more about the fish. I also had somebody asking me about the electric blue acaras, which I have 4 of those guys. This guy here is not the healthiest, which is the biggest one. So I'm not sure if I really want to ship that guy out until I get him at full health. So he's not going to be up for sale, but the smaller ones, they will be up for sale, which those guys are pretty healthy. Also, the archer fish, somebody asked about those. Those guys are going to be up for grabs. I got 3 of those guys. They're all healthy. doing phenomenal. So I will be ready to ship here within the next week or so, and then I'll give you guys a rundown on everything else that we got coming in too. A lot of people in the comment section are saying do not get rid of popsicles, so I really had never had no intentions on doing it anyway, but just wanted to see what you guys had to say about that. So popsicle is going to be staying with us for now. All right, guys, so down here, the Severums that I have, this pair right here, the orange pair is already gone. Somebody has already hit me up about getting those guys, so I'm going to be getting those guys out next week. But everything else in there, the only thing I have left in here is I'm going to keep that guy right there. And then I got these red Tiger Severums. Those guys will be up for grabs also. So if anybody's interested in those. And then I have this small guy right here, which I'm not sure what kind of Severum he really is. And I don't want to steer anybody in the wrong direction and say that it's something that it's not. But he's up for grabs too. So you guys just let me know. Well, guys, that's enough talking about the fish going out the door, getting rid of the fish. It kind of saddens me, but at the same time, I know everybody that's going to get these fish will be taking as good as care of them as I did. So I need to run some airline tubing into some of these tanks, like this tank here, because it has no filtration on it. I'm going to put a new sock on there. I'll show you guys that. And then this tank here has no air, but I don't think I'm going to put any on there. This tank up here, sorry about the camera swiveling. I'm all over the place. I'm ready to go. I'm kind of excited about this, all the things that are about to happen. So, but this tank here, I do have an airline tube run to that. I bought some sponge filters and a few other things. Let me turn the camera around so I can show you guys a few of the new things that I bought today. All right, guys. So I went out to the my LFS and I bought a few things today. I got this sock right here, which that's going to be going on the African cichlid tank. So I bought a new sock. The sock I had was just like a mesh sock. It really wasn't collecting any of the detergent or anything that was just floating in the water column. So I did actually go and get actual sock for that tank. Then I bought 100 feet of airline tubing from my LFS also. I got a great deal on this stuff. I won't speak on how much I paid for it, but it was an unbeatable price, so I had to get it. Also, I went out and got a bunch of sponge filters. These sponge filters here are my go-to sponge filters. Um, they don't clog up as easy as the ones that sit on the floor, and plus they're not an eyesore in the tank. So you can hang these guys right on the back of the wall in your tank. Stick it to the glass on the back of the tank, and it's out the way. The other ones, you sit them on the floor. They're big, they're bulky. Most of them clog up within a few days or a few weeks, depending on how many fish you got in the tank or what kind of fish you have in the tank. And all my tanks are going to be heavily stocked, so I definitely need some good sponges in there. Also, let's see what else I got. I did get 5 sponges. All these tanks already have sponges on them, most of them, but there are a few tanks that don't have sponges that I do want to throw sponges on. So I just bought like 5 sponges. Then I got a bottle of Prime, which it wasn't a bad buy. This bottle for $12. This bottle does, I believe, it says it does 2,500 U.S. gallons. I always overdo it when I'm doing water changes. So for every 50 gallons, You only need one cap full, but I'm going to put a cap full in no matter how many gallons I change. Even if it's 10 gallons, I'm going to put a cap full in there just to be on the safe side. But this is my go-to as far as dechlorinator. I always go to my prime. Has worked for me, and I never lost fish using this, but I have using other stuff, but we won't speak on that. So I do need to move some fish around, and I need to move my stingrays over to the 300, which I'm excited about that because I finally got these guys on my diet, and they're not as fat and healthy as I would like them to be, but I do know that when I move them to the 300, I will be feeding more, and that means that they should be able to consume more food, and then I won't have to just worry about feeding that tank. Plus, I need that tank for for this major move that's about to happen. Okay, guys, so I finally got the airline tube and ran on this tank. I did put that the new sock on there, which has been really collecting a lot of debris. As you guys can see, the water level is at the top up there, so I'm going to have to take it out, rinse it out, and put it back in. Um, as you guys can see, all this dehydrant in there, that's from the old sock. Like I said, that was like a mesh sock. It really wasn't catching any of the debris or the dehydrant. And then I put a fish net over that and just zip tied it to the front of that return pump, so that way none of the fish get sucked in there once I do add those guys into the aquarium. Got the airline on there, got the sponge filter on there running finally. Um, Even though I really didn't need it because I got plenty of surface agitation, but I just did that just for my sake, for my sanity, pretty much. Then I just got this temporary light just running on there, which it doesn't need a lot of light anyway. So I just put that small light on there. So when I do put the fish in there, I will actually be able to take a good look at them because I like to inspect my fish every day. No matter what, I come down here, even if I don't feed them every day, which I usually do, but I like to just take a good look at my fish, make sure everybody's healthy, make sure nobody has any parasites or anything on them, which they don't. These guys I've had for quite a while, so these guys are looking real good. I got that little albino crebency hiding in that house. That's a female. And then I got another one right here, which I think that's a female too. I'm not sure, but we'll let those guys figure that out on their own. And then if I don't have a male, I will go get a male for those girls. Look at Popsicle. Popsicle is one crazy fish, man. Love to interact with that guy. And over here for the shrimp tank, I went bare bottom just because I'm going to have a lot of shrimp. So I went bare bottom on there. I left the plants in there, which they aren't doing the greatest, but they are still alive. So I'm going to just keep that tank bare bottom for now because I figure it'd be harder to catch the shrimp. If I got the tank all escaped and everything, I can just pull that rock out of there and get as many shrimp out of there as I need. Okay, so for the 40 breeder right here, I just threw a piece of driftwood in there. I ran an air line to this tank, put a seeded sponge in there that I already had, and then I put that rock in there just for some more beneficial bacteria. I did add that black gravel in there, just a small thin layer, some stuff I had laying around. You guys know me, you know I love my tanks black on black. I just think it makes the fish pop. And the fish that I'm going to be adding to this aquarium are just going to be like headlights once I add them. They're going to stand out so much. I can't wait for you guys to see that once it happens. Okay, so in the 75, I did end up moving the stingrays out of there. I gave it a little cleaning, which it didn't need much because it's bare bottom. But I did go ahead and clean it up a little bit. I did a 50% water change on there, and then that's ready for fish. Still got that rosy red just swimming around in there. He's been in there for a few months now, just swimming and eating all the dehydrant and whatever food is in the water column. Not sure. I'm not sure if I want to part with any of my discus, guys. Um, this is like my display tank, and I just don't think the fish room would feel the same if I was to get rid of them. But I will have discus for sale here in the future. All right, guys. So over here we got the 300, and I did add those stingrays in there. There's one going through the middle now, and then we got this little girl here, which she is really small. There's a size comparison there for my male to that female that I just put in there, which is a very big difference, especially in person if you see them. These stingrays are big, and these stingrays here are small, which this is the smaller of the two. But those are the moves that I made. I got some other stuff coming. I actually got to get on the road now, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. But I do want to say thank you guys for everything, and thanks for all the inquiries about the fish. You guys make sure you add me on Facebook at Mr. Feed the Fish, and I can answer any questions there for you guys, and then we can discuss anything else you guys want to discuss. I'm free to all the public and all my subscribers. You guys, I appreciate you guys so much. So until next time, guys, remember, always feed the fish. Holla.